What's up, Libra friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. Here we are, back again. Your last video, the career and finances segment. The video just disappeared out of thin air. I went to drag it to my desktop and upload it. It was gone. So this is part 2 of your April 2020 general reading. I already did love, so check out that video. And then we're going to do career and finances here. So this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Libra, however you resonate with that. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, everyone is welcome here. These are general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Libras out there. It's up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. I ask that you only take away the messages that resonate for you, that motivate you, that inspire you. Anything else that feels foreign or strange, you can release those messages. That means it's probably a message for someone else's energy that I'm connecting with. But give these messages time to resonate. Sometimes things don't always make sense, instantly when you hear them. So give them time. Everything else about this video will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can, and we are going to hop in for Libra, money, career, and finances. These are messages the universe wants you to hear for the month of April regarding money and finances in April, all that good stuff. All right, let's do it. So bottom of your deck, you have Page of Swords. Are you applying to new jobs? Are you looking for a new job that is more in alignment with your soul's purpose, with your spiritual journey, with your spiritual roadmap? What you're thinking about is the star. So are you looking to get into a career that offers healing and guidance and nurturing to others or to the universe, to almost to the planet, like a humanitarian type job? That would be very Libra appropriate. Under that is the Three of Coins. So yeah, you already have an idea that you're considering. You may be mixing up, something about mixing the ingredients. I'm almost getting a science in a science lab. So I don't know if you're doing something with chemistry or even the idea of cooking, mixing the ingredients, something about the batch of it coming out. So I mean, that could mean a couple different things, but you already have an idea with the Three of Pentacles that you're building on. It's also the card of teamwork and creativity. But there's something about this Three of Pentacles. It has to do with you aligning the right pieces and parts so that you can go after this. I do want to say a dream career with the star coming up. It's something about it being pie in the sky. It's high up there. You're not absolutely certain you can achieve it, but you're putting in a good fight, or you're putting in a good word for it, or it's something about sending out a communication. It could be something about a resume or an application or something. It's almost like you may not even believe that you qualify for it, or that you would receive the offer, or however you want to phrase it. But I think you're on the right track. I think you should go for it anyway. You may have to finesse the skill that you have, or fine tune it, something like that. You may have to fine tune it. You're presenting as a page, so there is ample opportunity for you to learn and grow in this field. But it does feel like something that social services or humanitarianism. It feels very doing good for the earth, doing good for the planet. There's kind of a Mother Earth, Mother Nature kind of vibe to it. It could also involve business partnership with an Aquarius, or potentially working with either a mother or a daughter. It's very strongly feminine energy. So your energy in the month of April is looking let's see. So you have the Seven of Swords, and then you have book. All right, the door to knowledge. Some of you are going to be going back to school, because it may have been that you went to school for a subject that you were very indecisive about landing on. There was part of you that felt like you should study it, but maybe another part of you was just uncertain, or another part of you had an interest in something totally different. It feels like you're course correcting. It feels like you're actually going to go after what it is that you were considering the first time but walked away from. It's like you go back to grab those extra swords. That could also indicate going back to school to get an extra course or an extra class or an extra degree in something. You might be a Libra Scorpio cusper. I'm not really sure why that's coming through, but there's something to that. And something about strength training, the muscle of the body. I don't know if you're training to become a coach or a fitness trainer, or I don't know, a spiritual instructor, if it's yoga, or something about the wellness and the health of the body. Yeah, it seems like you're going back to, this is a funny way of saying it, but rewrite history. So it's nothing bad, but it's like, I think you did something once and you recognized your heart and your passion, your joy. It just wasn't in it the way you thought it would be. And so, yeah, you're course correcting. You're going back to get an extra degree, or you're going back to that original idea and reworking it, restructuring it. Again, education is really big here. Some of you may be teachers or doing something involving like the school system or college or something like that. The Nine of Water, yeah, you're going back to get your wish fulfillment, especially in terms of degrees, wisdom, knowledge, education. It's the same to me, like it's a tough road ahead, but you got this. You're confident this time around that you're choosing the right path. And so, especially if there are people around you that are kind of like naysayers, like, well, Libra, why are you spending all that money to go get another degree if you don't even know? You do know, though. Your intuition tells you that you're meant to go down this path. And so I say go for it. And your energy, you have the wish fulfillment card coming up. That's beautiful. And you're very like headstrong here. You're very determined, right? You're in a good sense, you're very hell-bent. It's like, no, this is what I've decided, and this is what I'm going after. So yeah, you're standing firm in your convictions. I really like that. Something about a law degree too, particularly being a judge or something involving like law or civil justice, civil suits, law cases. Maybe you guys are getting into some sort of like some sort of court case. It feels like you're very strong. You're very confident in your case, if that makes sense. And maybe that's a metaphor for something else. But anyway, let's look at your challenge or focus for finances in the month of April. The Page of Cups. I'm getting that income is going to dribble in. It might be a little bit less than you desired, but it is coming. I mean, and the thing is, I think it's already like there's a steady amount of it coming in, but it's not coming in abundance. Yeah, it's the Queen of Cups. This card has come up a lot, actually. So double water cards, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It does have to do with our emotional space, but sometimes in a career and finances spread, cups can be money flow, a currency, so to say. So that's what I mean. I think it's going to trickle in slowly, and then it will come like in waves and ships, if that makes sense. There's a lot more on the horizon, but I do think to improve your financial standing, you do have to go take a course or a lesson, or some of you, I don't know why this is coming through. Some of you may have gotten like a traffic ticket and chose to contest it or something. Or so you may even have to go and do one of those like courses to get your license back or something like that. I'm sort of getting there's a holdup in money until you go back and right the wrong or do something a different way. I hope that makes sense. You may need to like clear the air with a Pisces or another water sign. There may have been some miscommunication. And I'm not exactly sure why that would be affecting your income, but maybe if it was like a creative collaborator of yours and like the work has stopped, the project has stopped because there's like some, no, I wouldn't say bad blood, that feels too harsh, but there was like some misunderstandings, or someone was feeling like kind of sensitive. You may have said something to them in like a very blunt way and they took it to heart, and so they're being a little bit distant. But your challenge or focus, you have good cards coming up, so I think you guys can repair or mend any troubled relationship there. You may be putting out job offers and you're absolutely being considered. People are looking at your resume. And yeah, this is actually fantastic. The deciding factor will be you. You have the King of Air, the most logical, like intelligent king. And then what he's looking at or what he's considering is your card, the card of justice. There's something about you take a gamble on applying to a job that you don't think you even qualify for, but a lot of you are actually going to get it. And I think you're going to be surprised, but make sure that if you're applying to something on the off chance that you do get it, make sure you're prepared for that ship to come in, because it's almost like something about this card, it's surprised, or it's like, oh, there's a ship in my lap now. Like, what am I going to do? With that comes a big, like a higher pay grade or a higher pay salary. So it's like I want to say for at least a few weeks or maybe a few months, you're going to have to get by on, again, sporadic income, or it's steady income, but it's small bits, it's small amounts. Then the floods come in and it's sort of saying, make sure you're not overwhelmed. Make sure you're able to keep your head above water. With double air energy presenting, it's like be real chill and logical and cool about this, because I think the results are going to please you with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love, the Queen of Happiness, the Queen of, like, I guess you could say abundance, emotional abundance. What you have now, it's not necessarily knocking your socks off in terms of like passion. It's like, it's okay. Like it's my 9 to 5. It's all right. Then you get something good that comes in, but it could overwhelm your emotions. I think you're going to like it, but again, it's something about keeping your head above water. It may be a lot of work. Yes, some of you went to see a tarot reader, and this is not a plug for me, by the way. That's like literally the card of consequence here. It's justice, but she's presented as a tarot reader. Some of you went to see a tarot reader, and they advised you to go one way or the other, and so I'm not sure why this message is coming through, but there's something about that experience keeps kind of coming back in your head. So maybe that tarot reader suggested or advised you, obviously the cards, not the reader, advised you to go in a particular direction. And so you're still holding out hope for something that you were told there that was due to come into you. It may not be here yet, but I do sense that something good is coming in. So that might be confirmation for one or two of you if you're like, well, I was told it's coming in, but where is it? It's still coming in. The page to the queen, it's almost like it skips a step. Instead of going from the page to the knight to the queen, the page, and then you get hit with this wave of happiness and income, but then you're like, oh shit, I guess I'm in this now. Yeah, there's something really good coming in, and it's karmic justice. So if you've kind of been fighting the fight, but again, you are underappreciated or you're not feeling valued at your current place, I think a lot of you are choosing to leave, but you're having second thoughts about it. You may have already chosen to left, and now you're like, oh, should I have done that? Now I've put myself in a tricky situation. No, go forward. There's no need to look back and regret or wonder if you made the right choice, because you did. You made that choice for a purpose, and at least at the time, it was your wish fulfillment. You saw yourself as headed towards bigger and brighter things, and you're walking through that door, but it's almost like you're walking through the door to Wonderland. You're walking through a door, and now it's like what's on the other side of that is a little unfamiliar, and it's a little strange, and it's kind of intriguing, and it's kind of charming, but there's emotions that come up that are a little bit, it's like fearful, things that are bringing you worry, but you do need to have faith that this was divinely guided, that you were meant to go down this path. And again, the tides are coming in. It's all about cycle changes here. Some of you are thinking about having children too. In fact, you may have missed a period, and so you're kind of like, oh my goodness. So yeah, maybe take that pregnancy test out, because some of you might be surprised with like a baby. Excuse me. Obviously the news that you are pregnant, right? It's not just like a baby shows up at your door. Is that how it works? The stork drops something off? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so then let's look at the help available to you. All right, so the Two of Pentacles. And then clouds. All right. Keeping true to your dreams. I think that's what this is. The wish fulfillment card. You made some sort of executive decision in your life regarding either education or work. And you were like, nope, this is it. This is where I'm going. I know it because I feel it to be true. That's what I mean. You keep having this bounce back of, oh, maybe that wasn't the right decision. You're still weighing out your decision, which has already been made. And I hate to say this to like freak you out, but it kind of seems like you made a decision that it's kind of settled, like it's kind of been finalized. And this has more to do with leaving a work situation behind. You keep going through this like, oh, maybe I didn't make the right choice. Maybe I should have, maybe I acted too impulsively or this or that. And no, I think you made something in alignment with your dreams. But again, this is saying to me, it's going to take some time to manifest that. So can you do both at the same time? Maybe that's what's being advised, or that would be helpful. But if you've already left a job, there's no need to keep looking back, wondering if you should try and like knock down the door and be like, take me back. This is saying, no, focus on the future. You went through this door for a reason, so have fun, like make it an adventure. Have fun exploring this like new uncharted territory for you. Something about uncharted with the seas, the charter. I don't know. Something about that is important. You may be traveling a lot more for this job, though probably not now, right? Given what's going on globally, but eventually there could be a lot of travel involved in this job for you. Also, routine is going to be really important for you, Libra. Getting out of bed at the same time every day and being good to your body, exercising, eating right, establishing like order and rules and structure in your day is going to be very helpful, so you don't feel like it's messy and chaotic. There's a very distinct time for everything that you're trying to fit into the day. That's going to be good for you, including making time for your partner or making time for dating. If that's at all important to you, you need to set it aside. Like, okay, so from 7 to 9 p.m. I'm going to FaceTime my boyfriend every night, or this or that. You need to make time for love. Don't put relationships on the back burner, because relationships are actually going to be very helpful to you right now. I think you need someone to help help you maintain your focus, or help to, if you're distracted, they're that person in your life who's like, hey, come on, like they keep you honest. They're like the fact checker. Like, hey, you said you were going to write that paper tonight. Have you written the paper? You need people to keep you honest. You need, again, structure and a support system. And like, I'm just getting like blockages of time on a calendar. Like, you need to map out the day, because something about it puts your mind at ease when you know what you can anticipate. And there's only so much you can control, right? Sometimes life hits you with a curveball, and that's cool. You got to roll with it. But generally speaking, it helps you to as best you can, kind of understand the structure of where you're headed and where you want to go and what you want to accomplish, because it makes you happy at the end of the day to feel like you can check things off a list. You have 2 2s. I think this does have to do with juggling your relationship as well as work. Make sure there's equal give and take to both. Make sure you're not, allocating more time in one than the other, because it's saying both are very important. Both are meant to be, both are meant to play a key role in your life right now during the month of April. Because it's going to help keep you calm. There's potential for your emotions to be stirred up, an uprise of emotion. To be a little bit anxious or something. And it's something about the balance, which is very Libra-esque, right? You know, both the scales, essentially, it needs to be balanced. It needs to be equal. You also need to watch your spending. Some of you may be tempted to go out and buy some sort of like lavish gift or item, and it's saying you really should hold back on that, especially because, as we said, money's going to be tight. It's not going to be ended, or it's not going to be stopped, but it's going to like trickle in. It's going to dribble in. So now is not the time to be like shopping online and being like, I'm going to get a car and I'm going to get this, and like watch your spending. There's a sense of like delusion or lunacy, and this is like funny, don't take it personally, but a sense of lunacy about dreaming about this object. Universe is like, Libra, we are not there yet. Like almost like slapping your hand, like, nope, don't you dare. Like, put that credit card away. That's really funny. That's actually really cute. Ooh, some of you, if you've been with a person for a long time, some of them are actually looking at wedding rings. Definitely, with 2 of Cups in this coming up. They're shopping around. I don't think they've bought it yet, but they're considering what cup is going to woo you the best, sort of say. And like it's gold. The way it's shown there, it's like valuable. It's very, very valuable. And they're worried about impressing you with the right ring, because obviously this person loves you if they're going to propose to you. This isn't for everyone, by the way. You would know if this was your story, probably. But they're worried about this is funny, again, please don't take offense to this. There's something coming through about like you're a little bit vain. You're very particular. Maybe that's a better word for it. You're very particular about the type of ring you want, or the type of ring that you would wear. So your person actually has a little bit of anxiety choosing it, because they're worried they're going to give it to you and you're going to turn your nose up at it, which, just to be clear, I don't think you would do that. Even if you were thinking it internally, I don't think most of you would be like, oh, you got that ring? Because you love this person. I think you would be thrilled no matter what they got. So cross watchers, it's cool. No. Libra's like writing in the comments, actually, I want this ring, just in case you're watching. That's funny. Yeah, the 6 makes the Lovers. It could be a Gemini you're dealing with. But yeah, you have a really beautiful relationship here. So it's funny because that didn't necessarily come through in your love reading. But again, this might be connecting with a whole new group of Libras. Anyway, final advice or guidance for my Libras. There you are. Be yourself, be strong, be in your power, be confident with your decision makings. You don't need to waver. In a sense, be inflexible on your dreams, on your wishes, on your goals, because you're achieving it for no one but yourself, and that's why it's so crucial to follow through with it. There may be temptation to put your dreams on hold for someone else, but it's something about what you're hoping to do. Again, I want to say it's good for humanity. That's such like a crazy message. Like it's such a huge scope, but what you're doing is very noble. It's very helpful to the community. You might be like a light worker or doing something that it's a beautiful thing that people need or want or desire in their life. And so I'm getting like universe is giving you like the seal of approval. They want you to go after this dream with the Star card, right? Again, careers in anything involving law, like a law degree, or again, something about a court case too. What is this court case that keeps coming up? I mean, so it doesn't really matter to me. Ultimately, if you're in a court case, your major question is, well, am I going to get the settlement? Is it going to be good? I think it is. It's presenting with the Ace of Cups, so a refreshing of currency and money. If you're waiting on a payout from a court case or some sort of legal case or documentation, I think that cup of love, that cup of water, that cup of currency, that money, I think, is going to nourish you. It's going to help get you by. Again, it might not be a huge sum of money, but I do think there will be something there. And then you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. What is that about? Interesting. Something about twirling a baton, a cheerleader. Were you a cheerleader? I don't know what that is. It's flipping a wand down from up. It's getting excited about something again, but it came out in reverse. So there's a delay in it if that's the case. Sometimes I see the Ace of Wands reversed, and to me it's like an ending of something. It's almost like putting out the ash in of like a cigarette butt. But it's not that here, unless you're quitting smoking, actually. That might be for one or two of you. That might be your advice or guidance, actually, quitting smoking, putting out the cigarette butt once and for all. That might be a stipulation that your person gives you. And I mean, I don't know how firm they are on it, but that might be a conversation you have with your person. Your person's like, I want to marry you one day, but you have to quit smoking. They're giving you like an ultimatum sort of. And I don't know how serious it is. It might be in jest. Some of you may actually be dating or interested in another Libra. But yeah, there's something there about they're very rigid about their like health routine, a strict health routine. So maybe that message has to do with your person as well. How I was saying like the whole calendar bit thing. But yeah, if you are a smoker, again, this is the card saying it, not me. They're kind of like saying like snuff it out, like no more of that. Yeah, you need to focus on your health. The Ace of Cups, it's all about loving oneself, being good to your body, connecting to source and spirituality. And yeah, something about taking good care of your body. Because maybe it's preparing you for the work you're going to have to do. If you're working like crazy hours for this new degree or for this new job that, again, I think you see it as like pie in the sky, like it's almost unobtainable. I think it comes into you, but it's like you have to be mentally and physically prepared to handle that amount of workload. So yeah, like trim the fat, right? And I mean, maybe that's literal. Maybe some of you need to diet more and eat less or whatever. And obviously in a healthy way, right? You know you need to make your own like judgments and decisions there. But this is kind of saying to me with your card, it's like you already know what needs to be done. You already know the truth, the sword of truth, like the sword of justice, to make yourself like the best you can be, the strongest you can be. Love, Gemini, love is coming in. That's interesting. So it's, oh my gosh, and you have your card again. Yeah, 2 Libras in love. That's what I'm getting. And also the 2 Libras, the 11s, 11, your twin flame, your soulmate. That is so interesting. So here's my theory on this. Some of this has to do with career. Some of this has to do with love. There's a reason why your other video got lost, and I just take it to mean like universe didn't really see those messages as important as like, it was almost like Libra needs a redo because these are the messages I want to get across. So I'm cool with it, right? I'm just the messenger. At the time I was frustrated though, but anyway, so your other love reading, it was a little all over the place. This could be connecting with a new group of people, or maybe it's like a combination of the two. I don't know, right? It's up to you if you want to do this weird like Frankenstein hybrid of both. You know the story, but this feels very optimistic in terms of romantic partnership that supports a long-term career goal that you have in mind, and this person would be a great collaborator with you in your life. They could be a business partner, but more than anything, they help cheer you on to accomplish all your goals and dreams, and they're not standing in the way of it. They're not manipulative, like, pay attention to me, this and that. It's more just like, it's almost like they're, in a weird way, it's like they're like a life coach for you, or they're like just, they help to like harness your motivation in a way like nobody else does. They keep you honest. They know your pitfalls, and so they're willing to help you like navigate around them, but they really push you forward. They challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Particularly, they help you to face your own fears, because that sort of has been the crux of what has held you back in the past. Being afraid of the darkness, being afraid to wear that blindfold and go into something not knowing what awaits you. This person is the one who's like, I'll be right here when you get back. Like, whatever it is, we'll face it together. So with that, just be careful of codependency. But I actually feel like this is a great partner for you, Libra, because they encourage you to go off and do beautiful things on your own. But it's like dinner will be on the table when you get back. Like, it's really cute. There's a really great support system here. Yeah, really awesome. So I'm going to throw a couple of cards on this. This was supposed to be career and finances, and it sort of is. It does have to do with your career. A lot of you are changing your career, though, and you're kind of in flux. You're kind of in the thick of that right now. This person makes you coffee every morning, the way you like it, too. There's like a special way, or yeah, something about your coffee order. They know it. Or that even if you were just starting to date and, maybe marriage isn't in the cards immediately, it might be in the future. There's something really cute about like someone getting your coffee order just right, or there's something about you guys went on a date and there was like a mix up of the coffee orders. Something about that it's cute, but I don't know. It's more just like it's like a confirmation that one of you will probably understand. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and then flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Libra, did you just sneak like a double love read in here this month? Is that what happened? Your energy? You were like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that other love reading. Yeah, so anyway, I feel like the people who really wanted to hear about career and finances are disappointed, but that's what I got. I'm sorry. Career and finances are going to be kind of weird in April, but it sounds like you got a good support system or some good friends around. You have a good community around you. Yeah, that's what they're asking you to focus on. This is like 3 of Cups energy. The people around you are going to fill your cup with love and abundance, so why you got to be stressing, Libra? Anxiety? Chuck that card, right? You don't need the anxiety. Find healthy ways to cope with it, and honestly, the key answer to that is surround yourself by the people you love, because they're going to draw you out from that fear. That anxiety that you have really good people around you to help you cope with that. Face your fears. Walk away from the comfort zone. That's going to be good for your spiritual growth. All right, Libra, that's what I got. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.